Hello YouTube. It's me again. My name is Joaquin, and I've recently been watching videos on about this world, how things have changed, a lot of Mandela effects that other YouTubers are explaining, and now I'm down to the point to where my last video was 2 weeks ago, and I'm seeing things like if you search, there's like all these giant bats and some people on YouTube that are explaining a D-wave quantum computer for this Mandela effect, that quite literally anything that's a particle can be made and formed, and apparently I believe it's called elementized, like all the way down to the very last molecule to make a liquid, a solid, a gas, even time itself. So I try to say I'm not too sure what was really going on, and I believe with all these new creatures that seem to be coming back, like I believe the word is folklore. Back in the day, like everyone was talking about a kraken and like the pirates like 1,000 years ago, or you know, like dragons. Like recently, within the last 4 or 5 years, ever since 2012, some say and believe that they were in another world, and I believe that that was our original world, that something happened and we got shifted into another world, which was the second world, or a parallel universe to it, and then whatever catastrophic events happened in 2012 with the Mayan calendar saying it was the end of the world, it happened. But many people, like on YouTube that I've been watching, are explaining different memories and saying that they had a friend that they remember vividly passed away, and yet they're standing right there in front of them. And like when I told my friend, you know, hey, in my last videos, sorry, it was all like 4 parts, but he was explaining, like I said, they had a kid, and I remember vividly about it, and they were gonna have a kid. She was pregnant, but they got into a car accident and lost it. And he tells me, you know, she was never pregnant. I don't know what you're talking about. I go, yeah, dude, I'm your best friend. You told me everything and I remembered it. And then all of a sudden, like I probably said in the video, he was starting to remember it too, because yeah, he had a nice little Honda Civic at the time, and he wrecked it due to that accident. So push come to shove, I believe there are other universes and other dimensions, and I think we shifted back to our original world where magic and whatnot is starting to come back, and like dragons and beings that we call creatures that are slipping through this alternate dimension that are able to travel freely. And if you saw, like on YouTube, where they had the videos where there's this city in the clouds where I believe that was a phase rift, and a phase rift I believe was caused with our own kind, our own species, messing with this quantum phase 4 computer, that an emergence of that world was trying to merge to this world, but somehow they stopped that, or the landscape was different from another world and they're trying to edit all that out, or block that part of a section out, because I believe there was time ripples, kind of like waves or spots, and this D-wave computer shoots out particles, and if you have something blocking it and there's something in the way, it'll either go around it or through it or collide into some other particles and go freely wherever they gotta go, but yet it's a mispattern. So as I sit here and talk to you about this, if you look, there's a bunch of new species